Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Julia Avant. Tonight was a violent night in Montgomery where police have confirmed 4 shootings, all happening within hours of one another. Let's start with more details about the scene on Upper Wetumpka Road where our crew was at earlier. Police are now investigating a homicide that took place at 2 separate locations. On North California Street, a man was found with life-threatening gunshot wounds just before 4 p.m. He died from those injuries. Then on Upper Wetumpka Road, which is where this footage was taken on your screen, another man was found with life-threatening gunshot wounds and died. Our reporter Simon Schusler was at the scene on Upper Wetumpka Road where he says he saw over 50 evidence markers and dozens of onlookers. Police were also alerted about a man who came to a local hospital with gunshot wounds. They confirmed that another shooting happened near the 800th block of Ann Street. Police did not reveal a motive or if this was connected to the homicide investigation that we just mentioned. Another man is in the hospital after he was shot tonight on Fitzpatrick Boulevard. Police were alerted that a man was shot after 4 p.m. No additional information was released for this investigation. However, WSFA has reached out to the mayor's office for a comment. Last week, Mayor Stephen Reed reported during his monthly news conference that crime is down in the city of Montgomery. We will let you know when we receive a response from him.
Yo, what's up, everybody? Super 2. Okay, baby, another video for this for the Sunday month, y'all, man. Okay, I probably do news out of Montgomery, so I probably do a news out of Montgomery that is horrible, man, terrible, man. So okay, I read somewhere, okay, 2 people are dead. I think yesterday to where okay, it's 2 men are confirmed dead in a shooting incident Saturday afternoon, according to the Montgomery Police Department. First responders found the victim around 3:45 p.m. at 2 separate locations not far from the Ellis Estate. The first one found off of one block of North California Street, and the second shooting also located off of off 700 block of Upper Wetumpka Road area. The scenes are just less than a half a mile from each other, but I don't know. I feel like this shooting happened. I think off Capitol Heights area too, but I don't know. I feel this shooting happens in the parts of Montgomery, but I don't know, man. I feel it's kind of sad Montgomery to where they like couple shootings happening in some different areas, and but I don't know. It's a violent week though, man. I feel like it's a violent week for Montgomery to where like I think several people were shot and killed. But I don't know. It feel like it's getting kind of bad up here, man. Because I think people I see getting shot and killed down here. So but I don't know. I feel like crime is really up, man, up here, man. I feel like the dude Stephen Reed just saying that the crime is down, but actually, it's really up in Montgomery. But I feel like things don't understand why would this mayor say that the crime is down in Montgomery, knowing that crime is getting bad up here, man, for real. But I feel like these crimes can be over a robbery, an argument turn bad to where these people, I say it can shine killed down here, but I feel like Montgomery is a place to where they gotta be careful that be careful, be alert about which part of town that you're going into, because you can't get yourself killed like that. And how Montgomery got got a lot of bad areas around the whole city, but I feel like people gotta be careful, be alert about what is going on. But I feel like, I feel every time I go out somewhere, I be alert, careful, man. I be driving around the city, man. I be alert, man. But I feel like that I think crime is up Montgomery, man. Crime is really up Montgomery. Crime is not down anytime soon, man. I feel like, my city's getting worse than, Birmingham. I don't know. I don't know. Let me see. I don't know. Montgomery's getting worse than I don't know. I think Birmingham, Montgomery, 2 places to where crime happens out there. Like crime can take place, and how the crimes can be over, murder, shooting going on, and but I feel like I don't know. I feel like Montgomery is a type of I think a small city to where crime happens in other parts of the city, parts of the areas to where a crime can take place and murder can happen out there. But I feel like 2 men are dead. And so I thought other people were shot and suffered separate location in the city, and but I feel like every time people get killed in Montgomery, man, it be over one bad argument, man. One bad argument turned to a shootout, and how I don't know, be too like things like folks are getting robbed in Montgomery, be over robbery, it be over drugs, but how things can take place, and but I feel like 2 men dead. I think like several other people were injured. Some play like parts of the areas in Montgomery is but I feel like Stephen Reed. I just think that he needs to you know get a dose of reality about about what's going on in Montgomery. So I know he's trying to trying to say crime is down in Montgomery, but crime is really up, man, for real. Like I don't know. I feel Montgomery got a lot of murders up here is higher than other places, and but I feel like why would you trying to like tell everybody that the crime is down in Montgomery, know that crime is not it's not really down at all, man. I feel like yeah, I seen the news like a couple so I seen this a couple days ago to where I think grandma got her house shot up, how. So I think I don't know. I feel like I seen the news to where I think this woman got, I think her home shot up because I think somebody, I think look for her son, or I think somebody who is a targeted victim. But I feel like she was targeted, by the gunshots, and how them thugs can't find, I guess, her family. Somebody that could be, I guess, a grandson, whatever. But I feel like Montgomery, man. I feel like my city has, I don't know, I feel my city has a good and bad to it. But I feel like, I think my city needs help, man, for, for anything. But I feel like, my city getting kind of bad now because it get too worse. And how the cities can get bad, especially, if you live in a type of small city, small towns where people can do anything to you, man, up here. But I feel like it be over how, Montgomery, my city do, get a lot of good bad press, but I feel like my city do get a lot of bad press. I think the crime rate going up here because Montgomery do got a lot of crime rate, but I feel like Montgomery has a problem with the crime, on how the thugs out here who carry choppers and pistols, weapons can be how they would, I don't know, how they can get the people whacked out here, whacked and killed, and but I feel like people should be but I don't know. I think people should be safe in Montgomery, be careful in Montgomery, be alert about what you're doing in Montgomery. Be careful about which parts of areas in Montgomery that can be safe for you to go to, or not say go to, but I feel like parts of Montgomery got a lot of people out here want to get you robbed or killed out here, man. But that's sad. So I'm gonna do this little the little clip for y'all again. So much light coming in, strives for peace. I'm out here to kill in peace.
Thank you for joining us tonight. I'm Julia Avant. Tonight was a violent night in Montgomery where police have confirmed 4 shootings, all happening within hours of one another. Let's start with more details about the scene on Upper Wetumpka Road where our crew was at earlier. Police are now investigating a homicide that took place at 2 separate locations. On North California Street, a man was found with life-threatening gunshot wounds just before 4 p.m. He died from those injuries. Then on Upper Wetumpka Road, which is where this footage was taken on your screen, another man was found with life-threatening gunshot wounds and died. Our reporter Simon Schuessler was at the scene on Upper Wetumpka Road where he says he saw over 50 evidence markers and dozens of onlookers. Police were also alerted about a man who came to a local hospital with gunshot wounds. They confirmed that another shooting happened near the 800th block of Ann Street. Police did not reveal a motive or if this was connected to the homicide investigation that we just mentioned. Another man is in the hospital after he was shot tonight on Fitzpatrick Boulevard. Police were alerted that a man was shot after 4 p.m. No additional information was released for this investigation. However, WSFA has reached out to the mayor's office for a comment. Last week, Mayor Stephen Reed reported during his monthly news conference that crime is down in the city of Montgomery. We will let you know when we receive a response from him.